Okay, that guy's dead, and we got another crazy Atlantean guy right here. Oh, I got his attention a little too much. He came and tickled me a bit. Alright, but he's exploded. We don't have to worry about him anymore. What's up, everybody? badassgamez. Welcome to Sanctuary, the Scion. When you enter here, it looks like you can go straight up those steps. You may not want to do that right away, but that is the way to go. If you turn to the left over here, you'll find some Magnum ammo on the ground. This is going to be Magnums if you did like the level skip cheat and you don't have the Magnums for whatever reason. And then go to the opposite corner of the room to find another pickup for Magnum ammo. If you look around here before you go up the steps, you'll notice that there's a Scarab piece behind this gate. You can't get it yet, obviously. And then behind this gate over here, there is a large med pack and some Magnum ammo there on the ground. And then you need that Scarab piece to actually open this gate. This is the end of the level there, so we will be getting back up here as soon as we get through this level. Now, before I go any further, I just want to point out that if you when you step on these tiles right here between the two pillars, you're going to spawn two crazy nuts guys. They're going to come and bounce around all over your face. I want them to kill me for deadline, so let's go up in here and get them to kill me. But before I let them kill me, I'm going to show you a little trick here. If these Atlanteans are a certain distance from you, then they won't attack you. So you can actually keep them at that distance in order to prevent them from attacking you. And that's a really good method to avoid damage when fighting these guys. But of course I want the damage, so I'm going to get on in there and let them pound me a few times. Let's get the work done. There we go, and that is another death for deadline, dying to an Atlantean. Alright, now let's actually kill them. This time I'm going to use the same strategy. It's a very good strategy for no loads, no meds. Basically just come in and just wait for them to come a little bit closer and then just hop back. Try to keep them in that distance range. If they come any closer, they will charge you, so this is a pretty consistent method. Sometimes it fails, sometimes they'll charge through that dead zone, and if they get too close, they'll just start attacking. So not much you can do about it except for maybe run away or shoot at them or just roll around or follow them or whatever. If you go up the steps, you'll come into this section and find another pickup for Magnum ammo. And now we can hop up into this hole onto the back of, this is actually a Sphinx. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to kill this Atlantean that we have down here if I can get Lara to see him. I shouldn't have any issues with that though. Maybe. There he is down there. He does a lot of taxing, so I'm just gonna actually let him live for now, because I'm gonna show you guys two different ways to get through here. If you want the Uzis real quick, you can go down there, kill that dude, or you can leave him alive if you want, but he will shoot at you if he's alive. But you want to climb onto the back of this object here. It's a Sphinx, so on the back of the head here. And when we go over to this corner right here, we look down, you'll notice that there is an item here on this platform, and it's the Uzis. It's an invisible platform, but you sure as heck can stand on that. You sure can. So all you gotta do is just land. It's a single tile, a square tile, just like every other tile like this one. So you just land right there, and you will be able to grab these things. You can do it from here if you come over to the corner, and you put the Uzis about, if you notice, they're on the left foot of Lara Croft underneath there. It's pretty good at lineup right there. Just run and jump and boom, you'll land right next to it. Now, one thing I want to point out while I'm up here, as you can see, I'm getting meatballed by the dude down below. That's kind of why I wanted to get rid of him. But one thing I want to point out is that these Uzis are actually on the edge of the tile. If you go over to the left, you notice I can't sidestep to the left any further. So these Uzis are on the left side of the tile, so keep that in mind. When you pick them up, you'll get the Codex of Egypt and do Uzi This One. Anyway, if you're having a hard time with that, jump over to the Uzis. There's an easier way, and I'll show you that now. Now, as we go down through here, we're going to want to kill this dude. He runs away. That doesn't matter. There's a pickup of Magnum ammo down here. So let's drop off and grab this thing before this jerk comes back and starts to shoot meatballs at my face. Now, this is a shooter-type Atlantean. He doesn't have the same thing where you can stand a certain distance and he won't attack you. He will always either attack you. He'll either shoot at you or he'll run at you. His range attacks are easy to dodge. So, let me go and explain everything that we need to do in this section. Okay, as you can see, we have a Sphinx here. That's cool. The idea here is that we want to get into the door here underneath his head, like right here in his chest. We need to open that door. In order to open that door, what we need are 2 Ankhs. They're going to go up here on the Sphinx's head once we get them. One there, and then there's also one there. Now the Ankhs are located behind these doors that are in this room. So right here we have a shut door, and then also back here on the back side of the Sphinx, you'll find another door. Behind both of those doors are the Ankhs. So, but we have to open those doors, obviously. To open the doors, we have 2 levers that are located in this area. We have one that's up here, so we got to pull that lever to open one of the doors. And then we have another lever over here that we have to pull to open up the other door. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and I'm going to get this lever first, and then I'll go get the other one, and then we'll get both the Ankhs. Put them in the receptacle, and then we'll be done. Alright, let's go do it. Now we got to climb up these rocks in a particular way. You can just climb up if you want, but that is the start of climbing up here. And then jump over here. You'll find another Magnum ammo pickup right here. So let's grab that. Next, let's make our way over. We want to make our way over to this tile right here. And the natural way to go is to jump over to this tile there and then shimmy across. And then once you get up here, you can climb up. However, there's a quicker way. It turns out that this ledge right here is actually low enough for you to just jump up and pull yourself up. So it saves you a little bit of time there. Let's go ahead and jump and grab this Magnum ammo pickup and make our way over to the lever. Now, I'm not actually going to pull this lever right now, and the reason why is because it's going to spawn an enemy, and I don't want to deal with that enemy right now. I actually want to grab the Uzis first before I deal with that enemy, because the Uzis have a higher DPS than any of the other weapons, and you'll be able to kill this guy before he can even get to you. So I'm going to go grab these real quick. Just make your way over to the ledges, grabbing the shotgun shells along the way if you want them. There we go. This is the other way to the Uzis. It's much easier to do it this way. Jumping from the head's fairly easy too, to be honest, but if you're having a hard time with it, then this is how you're going to do it. You want the Uzis to the right of Lara Croft. You don't want to be facing the Uzis. Remember, I said before, the Uzis are on the side of the platform. If you jump directly at the Uzis, you're going to fall because you won't be able to grab the ledge. But you can do a run and jump and just grab the ledge, grab the Uzis. We've already got the achievements in the other load. Let's go ahead and draw the Uzis because this is going to spawn 2 Flying Atlanteans. 2 flappy nuts, guys. That's what I call them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on this platform and fire at them because they can't land here. So it's just free damage, basically. They can't attack you from here. And now that we have that out of the way, we're going to make our way back over to the switch, pull that bad boy, and fight that last Atlantean. So let's go do that. Easily just run back over to here and then, run and jump and grab this ledge, pull yourself up. To make your way over to this lever, once again, and pull this thing. If you do this correctly, you pull out your weapons and then you walk to the ledge here. Then there's going to be another flappy Atlantean coming at me. As soon as Lara points her guns, I'm going to start shooting and hop backwards. And he's going to die before he even gets to me. So I don't have to worry about damage. Now I still need to die to one of those, so we're going to do that. The next one I find, I'm going to let him kill me. Okay, to get down, we can safely drop from here. Land here. And then just make your way down however you see comfortable. You can pretty much do it from here pretty easily. Now that we have that out of the way, let's go over here and pull our second lever. The second lever is up this way, and to get started in this direction, you have to find these non-slope tiles so that way you don't slide down. A lot of stuff around here is a slope, but you can easily jump up here. These 3 tiles will give you access to this one, which is how we're going to get to the top here. Let's find this. You can go this way, you can jump and pull up, it doesn't matter. And let's pull up this way. If you go straight, there's a clang door, but you can honestly completely avoid it if you simply just run and jump across this gap. It's very easy to avoid. You do want to grab this small med pack. we're going to go and pull this lever. Now, this lever is going to spawn another Atlantean. I'm going to get down. I'm going to let him kill me down below. But I do need to grab that large med pack. So I'm going to pull this, and then I'm going to quickly make it over to that med pack. You can easily do a side jump if you side step all the way to the right and then do a side jump. You can easily land and grab this med pack. Now I'm going to get down from here by hopping down and grabbing this ledge. Then I'm going to slide down here and then slide down here to land safely. All right, and I'm going to save my game because I need to die to this guy, and then I'll reload in order to actually get rid of him. Now, sometimes this guy gets caught in the distance. Let's see if that's the case. We want him to kill me, so we need him to come to me. But it looks like he is actually stuck. If you notice up there, you see him flapping around. He's stuck in the terrain. That's fine. I'm going to ignore him from now then, but I do need him to kill me, so that save was kind of pointless, but it doesn't matter. All right, let's go through this other door over here, but before we do, grab this Magnum ammo, and then we can make our way into here. From here, if you slide off straight, you're just going to fall in the water, so here's what you need to do, is you need to slide off backwards and grab the ledge. So you can shimmy over and get on the ledge instead of falling in the water, because this platform that right here is just too high for Lara to climb out. So it's not going to work for you, and this is the way to go. You'll find another pickup for Magnum ammo. And now let's climb here. You can climb up right here where the ammo was. Continue to climb. And then before you go any further, where you have the smaller steps, you want to take a left, because in here you'll find a key, and we need this key in the next section. Perfect. Now that we have that, we can leave the same way we came in here. Make your way up to the top however you do it. And then when you get up here, now you're going to have another slope right here. But this slope, you have to jump at the right time. You basically have to jump right when her foot is at the very edge of the slope. If you jump there and grab, then hopefully you make it. I totally messed that up, but let's try again. Like I said, you need to jump at the very end, and it's easy to miss if you don't do it correctly, but you basically just wait until Lara Croft's foot has crossed the line of the slope, and then you're able to jump and grab this ledge. And the timing does have to be pretty particular for that. If you're having a hard time with the timing of this jump, there is another way that is 100% consistent to get you on this ledge. Fortunately, in the remaster, we do have the jump turn around technique. What you would need to do is slide down the slope backwards and hold the action button so you grab the ledge. When you're dangling from the ledge, then tap forward. Hold down the jump and the roll buttons along with action. Just hold these 3 buttons down. Lara will bounce off of the slope. While she's in the air, you need to let go of jump and roll and just hold the action button. Alright, let's grab the gold key right here and let's plop it into this hole. And now, when we turn around, we're going to find another Atlantean, another Centaur. We haven't seen one of these in a while, but we've already died to this guy, so I don't need to die to him for that line here. So, as you can see, side jumping is a really good, effective way to avoid the meatballs. We're going to be doing that pretty often throughout this playthrough. Yeah, side jumping is pretty overpowered when it comes to the fighting those ranged Atlanteans. Alright, we finally claimed our first Ankh. Right here. Now we got to go get the second one, but before we leave this area, we're going to come grab the small med pack, and then we can exit finally. Now, we just want to fall back into the water, and then we can climb out right here, just like we came in. Now make your way out, and we're going to go all the way back. And then this time we do want to fall in the water, because the water we can get out easily. We just swim over to this section right here and we can pull out in order to get back to the main area. Keeping in mind, we do need to kill the Flappy Nuts guy, and we need to let him kill me actually. Let's see if we can get him to dislodge himself. Now that we have one of the Ankhs, we need to go grab the second Ankh. So I'm going to go ahead and start making my way over that direction and just kind of hope that this Flappy Nuts guy will dislodge himself and come kill me. If it doesn't happen, then I think I can just walk up to where he's at in order to get him to attack me. You can hear him, he's just not coming. Just not doing anything. And then right here on the Sphinx's shoulder, it's broken away, so you're able to climb up. And then make your way up the shoulder of the Sphinx. And here we go. Now, I think he may have dislodged by me coming here, because it changes his angle. But it looks like no. We'll go ahead and continue playing for now. If you pull up here, you'll grab a small med pack. Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit of a shortcut. The normal way to get to where we're about to go is a little long-winded, so I'm going to show you a quick shortcut. If you come up over here, and you walk to the ledge here and get all the way into the corner, and then you want to angle Lara for this corner right here, and just do a run and jump. Do not grab. If you grab, you're going to miss. She won't grab that because it's just too sloped. So make sure that you don't grab the ledge, you'll fall. Now, if you can't seem to manage this jump for whatever reason, then the actual way you want to go is literally the same way you came up to pull the lever and grab the Uzis. You just basically want to go the same way by bouncing on these platforms. And then right through here where we grab the Magnum ammo, if you continue in that direction, these ledges will lead you to where I'm at right now. That is how you'll get here. If you can't seem to do the little trick jump, then this will do well for you. Alright, let's get up inside of here, and behind this dark section here, you'll find a block, and we want to push this out. On the other side of this wall, we can get there, but we weren't able to climb up. There's nothing to do. We need the box in the position. And now that the box is in position, we can get up to the top here, and there's another Centaur Atlantean to deal with. Now that he's gone, we grab the second Ankh, and we have completed our Ankh collection. Very nice. Let's go grab this small med pack on the ground and leave. Now that we're out, let me show you a skip here. You can skip an enemy. So I'm going to save my game, and what you want to do is you want to avoid jumping over the slope entirely. You don't want your shadow to touch the slope at all. But what you want to do, it's like a hop back from that corner and kind of angle away from that slope. We want to land on that tile that we jumped from right here. And if you notice, there's no Atlantean down there. No matter where we go, we can completely avoid him. So there's no Atlantean here on the back of the Sphinx. But since we do need all kills, I'll go ahead and reload and slide down this slope. And by doing this, I've spawned him now, so we'll get the kill now. It almost sounds like Flappy Nuts Guy is here too. Perfect. Let's let Flappy Guy do his deeds. Well, maybe not. He like flew straight up. He's like went up into the ceiling. I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, there's another Atlantean gone. Actually, there's another Flappy Nuts Guy. I can let him kill me, but I think that's actually bad because he flew away. All right, so let me reload the game here, and I'm just going to come down here and see if I can get the Flappy Nuts Guy to kill me. All right, let's get... Yes! It worked. All right, after all that stuff, it flippin' worked. Come on. What the heck? Dude is not doing work. Come on, bro. You got this. There you go. And we have another death for deadline. The Flappy Nuts Guy. Let's go ahead and kill them now. Both of them. I need to make sure this Flappy Nuts Guy dies. Because I need his kill. And he did some damage. No! Don't do it again. Alright, I didn't get pelvised or anything. Now that we've got all that out of the way, we have 2 Ankhs in the inventory. Let's climb onto the back of the Sphinx. In order to get the achievement, Pet This Cat, do the handstand right here on this one. There are a couple of other spots to do the handstand, but this is the spot that will guarantee you it's the easiest one to access. It's the one you're going to be getting up anyway. even considering it says do a hands on the Sphinx's face, you really can't even do that on the face anyway. So, but anyway, we have 2 Ankhs. Let's put them into the receptacles. And each time you do it, we're going to cutscene to the door. If you don't like the pull-aways or the cutscenes, you can press the look button in order to cancel them. Or you can draw your weapons, which will completely eliminate them even transitioning. Second Ankh is in, and the door is now open. And now, obviously, you can get down any way you want. I like to jump onto the face like this, and then come backwards off of the head like this to grab this ledge, land onto that shoulder, and then get pushed down onto the arm. And then now we're down here, canceling pullbacks and everything. And then we find our way into this water section. This water section has got some items in it. We might as well grab them now. It'll be easier. Okay, so there's a couple of items in here that we're going to grab. The first item that I'm going to grab is the shotgun shells located on the left Sphinx. Right here in his crotch. Some crotch ammo is always good ammo. And in between the 2 Sphinxes, there is a pickup of UziAmmo. And that's not all. At the very top of the Sphinx, behind the ear of the right Sphinx, you will find a large med pack. And it's pretty interesting, in the remaster they made it visible, whereas in the OG it's actually hidden behind the ear. Now that we have those, let's go ahead and get some air. Might need it. The ultimate goal of this room is to get in between the legs of the Sphinx on the left, the bird Sphinx. Okay, there's a door down there that's shut, but we got a couple things to do. So this is the ultimate goal of this area, is to get through that door. To open that door, you need to pull this switch. But if you notice, this switch is not an underwater type switch. You can't pull it. So we need to drain the water. You got to go through here and pull this lever. That's going to drain the water. It's also going to open this door. And we'll be back at the top. You'll see. Let's go do it. So swimming between the legs of the right Sphinx and pulling the lever on the wall was going to drain this area for us and put us into a whole new area, raising us to the top of this area. Let's climb out of the water here, and now we simply climb up to here. And we can easily do this area. This isn't that hard. However, there's a nice little shortcut if you want to work on some trick jumps. I'll show you one here. Typically, you would just go over there, jump, grab, pull up, and then come around. To save a little bit of time if you're doing like a speed run or whatever, here's a little bit of a trick that you can do. What you want to do is you want to get all the way to the corner like this. You can sidestep or whatever, pull up, and then do a standing jump. And then you want to kind of angle Lara just around the corner like this and do a run and jump. And then you want to do a late grab on the way down. Wait until she's on her descent to press the action button to grab the ledge. If you can practice that, you might be able to grab that. It's very difficult to do, so good luck to you. And let's go down here and fight this Atlantean. Now, it doesn't matter if you want to use Uzis or the Magnums on him, it doesn't matter. Now we want to make our way down because we got to go pull that lever. So I'm going to make my way over to this Sphinx. And then I'm going to climb down onto his shoulder like this. And then right here, where the 2 tiles of the shoulder meet, you can see the seam I'm standing on right here. I'm going to angle this direction and find this tile right here and do a standing jump. Don't do a run and jump. Land center tile here very safely. Turn to this direction and back off real quick. And then we'll be right here next to the switch. Let's go ahead and pull this bad boy. And go find this door that we opened. So let's make our way down and through the legs of the Sphinx, where we always wanted to be. And now we are in a large spiral. This is going to take us all the way back up to the top, all the way back to the beginning of the level. On our way up there, we're going to pick up some Magnum ammo that's on the ground here. And there's actually 2 pickups, so if you need the Magnum ammo, you want to make sure you grab them. Just keep going in the spiral. There's really nothing else to do here. And then we reach the top finally, and then I'm going to save my game here because this can get kind of hairy. And we can grab this Scarab piece, but when we do, we spawn 3 Atlanteans. So we got to be careful because we have a Centaur Atlantean, and then we have 2 crazy nuts guys that want to bounce all over your face. Now, these Atlanteans don't seem to behave the same as the Atlanteans in the beginning. They are melee Atlanteans, they don't shoot, but for whatever reason, the little rule we had before does not hold with these ones. So, but there is a safety tile right here. It's 2 tiles from, here, let's actually look in regular graphics. So, 2 tiles from here. So, 1, and then on the second tile, he cannot reach you. That is good if you're trying to prevent damage. It's a great no loads, no meds strategy. What I do for no loads, no meds is I'll stand here, about almost here, and then let him come down the hallway, and when he gets about halfway, I'll side jump to the right, and I'll land on that second tile, and he can't attack me, because it's safe. I'll show you an example here. Halfway, do the side jump, he can't hit me. And now he's dead. Let's go out here and fight the Centaur. Now remember, these guys are shooters, so it's very easy to dodge them, just side jump all day. I had already done a little bit of damage to him, so he died pretty quickly this time. Now that Scarab piece we picked up, we can put into this receptacle in order to get to the exit of the level. So let's plop this in there and grab our goods. And then simply slide down. Whoops. And pull ourselves up through here. Now, before we go out here, I'm going to save my game real quick because I'm going to do this 2 different ways. I'm going to show you a quick way if you don't want to kill Larson. Of course, we got to kill Larson in order to get the achievement. But I'm going to show you, you actually don't have to kill him.
I still got a pain in my brain.
And he doesn't do a whole lot of damage.
It's got me funny ideas now, like to shoot you
If you're
to
quick
hell.
enough, you can come up here and grab the Scion in order to end the level right away. And in this case, we should have gotten little vacation riots over for an achievement. Of course, I do need to reload and kill Larson, so I'll see you guys back at the spot. Now let's take Larson out. He's pretty easy. Simply just stay behind him, just like every other enemy. And if you stay behind him, he's got nothing against you. And there you go, you get pain in your brain to defeat Larson. Let's go up here and claim the Scion in order to end the level. And see what we got here for stats. We got all the secrets, 1 of 1, 29 pickups, and 15 kills. That's correct. No health packs used. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Sanctuary of the Scion. And I'll see you guys in Natless Mines. Take it easy.